Shalom. Before we get started, want to turn and face the east, which is behind me, and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone. Double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. And honors and salutations to the Akim, the great millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Shalom. Alright? I like the title of the video say, context clues in the Bible. Okay? But all this context clues is hints. Alright? There are hints in the Bible where where you put precept upon precept at and you get the understanding. Okay? Alright, so we're gonna go through. I got some precepts lined up. Alright? And we're gonna show how the Bible is not literal. Alright, it's written in parables. Alright, dark sayings, metaphors, and analogies. Alright, so it's not literal. You know, now some things in the Bible are literal. Okay, so we're about to go over certain things that's not literal in the Bible. Okay, and we're gonna start off with Matthew 16 and 21, and it says, "From that time forth began Yahushua to shew unto his disciples how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed, and be raised again the third day." All right, because this was prophecy. So this was the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. So Yahushua, he knew what he knew what he had to come on the earth and fulfill, being that lamb. Okay, the ultimate sacrifice. All right, to take away our sins, our reproach. Okay, so it says, "Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, all right, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee." All right, so Peter, you know, he was being a stumbling block to Yahushua, because he didn't want Yahushua to go through what Yahushua told them he had to go through, you know. So Peter, he didn't like that, you know. So Peter, he was being a stumbling block to the Lord, you know, telling the Lord, you know, he don't want this to happen to the Lord. All right, so it says, I'm gonna read it again. "Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter," so this the Lord, and pay attention to what the Lord said to Peter. Okay, he said, "But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan." So Peter was being an adversary to the Lord. Peter was being a stumbling block. Okay, Peter was coming against the Lord, you know, going against the will of Yahweh. Okay, that which Yahushua had to fulfill, coming on the earth. All right, over 2,000 years ago, coming on the earth and being that ultimate sacrifice. All right, taking away our reproach. All right. So it says, and it reads, "Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of Yahweh, but those that be of men." Okay. You know, which Peter, he was thinking, you know, fleshly, human. He was thinking like, you know, like a human, because we're in this flesh at the end of the day. All right, so the point is, Peter didn't want the Lord, you know, to die. Okay, he didn't want the Lord to go through all that pain and suffering, but it was prophesied for Yahushua HaMashiach to go through all that, you know, for the nation of Israel. Okay, and it says, "Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." All right, and it's about to break itself down. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." So when it says it's twofold, okay? Because some of us are going to be martyrs for this truth, for the testimony of Yahweh Shema Shah. Yes, but also when it comes to denying your life, all right, it's talking about denying yourself in this world. You know, if you have goals, dreams, and admirations, okay, you got something, you trying to be something great in this life, you know, you got to deny all that, all right? We're going to lose, when you come to this truth, you're going to lose, you know, a lot. You're going to lose everything, and you're going to gain more in the kingdom of heaven to come, okay? So that's what it means by denying yourself, all right? You can't put anything of this life or your goals and dreams and admirations before the Lord, okay? Yahweh Shema Shah, he come first, all right? The kingdom of heaven come first. The scriptures tell us, be not conformed to this world, all right? And you got to be renewed through the spirit of your mind, because we're in the last days, we're in the end times. So if you're still trying to save your life, you know, if you want to continue to live in Babylon the Great America and not go through any persecution, you're actually going to lose it, because this place is going to get destroyed. All right. So it reads. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Okay. So you should be, you know, given to your spirit, not your flesh. Okay. Seeking the Lord, doing that which is pleasing to the Lord in these last days. All right, before all hell break loose and he bring destruction on the earth. All right, you don't want to be a part of the wicked and the ungodly. All right, the wicked being Esau, the so-called white man, the ungodly is 2/3 of our people. Okay, you don't want to be a part of them getting judged by the Lord. All this calamities and famine and sword and death that's going to overtake these people, because the Lord is going to turn all these people against each other, you know, divide and conquer. All right, so it says, all right, and it says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father Yahweh with his angels. Okay, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. All right, and that's the point proven, showing you that not all of the elect is going to be martyrs. Okay, yes, we're going to lose our life. It's not literally talking about dying. Okay, it's talking about like things of this world. We're going to lose stuff, things of this world. Okay, like you probably was, you got some of us that was probably about to go to the army or something like that. You know, their parents, your biological parents, you know, put the battery pack in your head to go to, you know, go to the army and make something of yourself. But then you ran into this truth, and you found out who you were, and you found out all the prophecies that's happening, and you denied yourself. You know, you was like, no, I'm not gonna go to the army. You know, because you know World War III is happening. It's coming to pass. You know that the Bible prophesies of World War III and that it will happen. Okay, and you know that we're in the end times. So you're denying yourself anything you was about to become in this world, whether a NBA player or an NFL player, you know, or someone that works at one of these news stations or whatever. Okay, anything you was about to become in this world, you know, you threw that out the window. All right, and you're living to see the coming of the Yahushua. Okay, all right, you're looking forward to the kingdom of heaven to come, and you're doing what you need to do in order to see through it. Okay. Now let's get the next precept. All right. So the point is Peter was called Satan, which the word Satan goes into adversary. All right. So keep that in your memory bank. It says this Sirach 19 and 17. Or I mean Sirach 19 and 29. It says, a man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait shew what he is. Okay? So you can learn something from watching a person. So you can learn something from watching a person or talking to a person. Okay? You can come up with like they say, you can prejudge them, what type of person they is. If they're an upright person or if they conniving, you know what I'm saying? It's no different from Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So we're about to show you through context clues, all right, who the devil is, who Satan is. It's a man. These words are to describe a man, okay? The so-called white man, because he fits the description, okay? So, let's go back. I'm gonna speed up too much because my tablet is on 5%. This Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His in the heart is the mind. It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, so this is a characteristic of a wicked man. Okay, of the devil, of Satan, of that old serpent. All right, and all these words is applied to a man at the end of the day. All right, and you got history, you got secular history to back that up. Just look at. You can read up on the Seminole Indian, the 3 wars that they had. All right, you can look up how Esau, the so-called white man, how he dealt with the Native Americans of indigenous descent. Okay, you can look up how he dealt with them. He dealt with them treacherously. He dealt with them with lies. He was being a devil and a serpent. Okay, all right. He was being Satan, adversary. All right. Let's get the next one. This Psalms 140 and 3. All right. Psalms 140 and 3. All right. Now pay attention to all these precepts that I'm bringing out. They got context clues. Okay. It says Psalms. So it's hinting. It's all these precepts is giving you a hint, but you got to be paying attention. It says Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. All right. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah. Okay. So a person, when you call a person a snake, that means that they can't be trusted. They're slick. They're cunning. All right. They can't be trusted. And like it said, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. All right, because what's the power? The power of a snake. The power of a snake is in his mouth. Okay, the power of a snake is in his mouth. All right, because it shoots out poison, and that's one of the things Esau, the devil, is good at. All right, he's good at telling lies. He's good at his words are smoother than butter. All right, but it's poison. Okay, you can't trust nothing he says. All right. So I'm gonna read it again, and I'm gonna actually read it down a little bit. It says Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah. So don't believe anything they say. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. All right. So this man that has the tongue of a serpent, which is not literal, okay? All right, and poison under his lips, okay? He's called what? It says from the hands of the wicked. So this person is wicked. All right, and we know who fits that bill at the end of the day. Esau, the so-called white man. But they're proud. They're too proud. You know, the white man is not going to admit any crimes he did to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, he's not going to admit any crimes that he did. You're not going to get no 40 acres and a mule. You're not going to get no reparations from him. Okay. All right, and his kingdom is coming down. The Lord is coming back. All right, while this devil is ruling. Okay. All right, and let's get a precept on that. Oh, I spelled the wrong slug. I was wondering why it didn't pop up. All right, this second Ezra 6 and 9, and it says, second Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. All right, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're at the end times. We are in the end of the world, end times. All right, prophetic times, apocalyptic times. Okay, the times that's spoken of in Revelation and all through the Bible. All right, we're in those times, and it says what Esau is the end of the world. All right, so that claim, it plainly tells you whoever is ruling the earth right now, they're Esau, and that's the so-called white man. All right. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, but we're not going to get it right there. This is another precept. Context clues this Genesis 49 and 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way. Okay? And we know that Dan used to be a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? Tribe of Dan. All right? And Samson, he was from the tribe of Dan. All right? You know, who was strong and whatnot. All right, so he was from the tribe of Dan. All right, but after the Assyrian captivity, you know, Dan, the Lord did away with Dan. All right, and but the spirits of the tribe of Dan, they've been mixed in with the other tribes of the nation of Israel. All right, so it says, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, and an adder in the path that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. All right. So the scripture just said Dan shall be a serpent, right? Now let's go to the next one. And we just brought out 2 precepts in Psalms showing you what a serpent does, and their power is in their tongue. All right. I'm gonna have to speed up. It's on 4%. Genesis 3 and 1. Genesis 3 and 1. Now, and the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, and the beasts are the other nations of the earth. Okay, it's not literal animals. And it says, which the Lord power had made, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Okay, and it says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. All right, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. All right, which that evil seed was put in Adam from the beginning. All right, so it was already set up through the Spirit for us to go off, to fall. Okay, you know, it was created subject to vanity. All right, But the Lord is going to put us back in that first estate, as in the the Garden of Eden in those days. All right, because we was ruling the earth. We had dominion. We was ruling. All right. When it says dressing the earth, we was ruling, having dominion. All right. And it says, and let me jump down. That's the point, though. The point was the serpent was more subtle. All right. That's the point. So that serpent was a man. Okay. It was Esau, the so-called white man, before him being called Esau. All right. So let's get this one. All right. So this Revelation 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain was in his hand. All right. And he laid hold, and that angel is talking about having that order coming from on high, coming from heaven, because everything that happened on earth is ultimately is determined by the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, and he'll cause something to happen on the earth, because it'll be His will. Okay. So it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, and that angel is Septimius Severus. Okay. And it says, and Septimius Severus, right along with other, black so-called Negroes, all right, during the Roman Empire. All right, you had the Western and the Eastern Roman Empire. But Septimius Severus, he conquered both. All right, and he turned it into the Byzantine Empire, or the Holy Roman Empire. All right. And of course, Jay was, they was calling themselves Christians and whatnot. All right. And it says, and having the key of the bottomless pit, and that bottomless pit is Europe. And it says, in a great chain in his hand. All right, because we conquered the world, the known world at that time. Okay. And we put Esau, the so-called white man, in slavery during the dark ages. All right, and it says, and he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is called the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. And that's how long the dark ages lasted, for like 1,000 years. And it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loose a little season. All right. So after the Ottoman Turks, all right, in the Renaissance period, Esau, he came back into power. He came out of slavery. He rose back up again. Right? Now you got these Edomites ruling the world today, but the Lord is coming back during their rulership, and He's going to take them down. Okay. Oh shit. It died. My tablet died, but I'll just probably do like a part 2. So with that, Lord, that was majority of the precepts. But what's that precept? 29. Yeah. So that was. I'm gonna put the one of the precepts in the title. But with that, want to end it off, or I might just do a part 2. Yeah, that's what I do. I just do a part 2. Salakia. All right. Tablet died, but with that, want to turn and face the east and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Hashem, Hawakah. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, ruler teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim of Great Millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Shalom and above.